decisions and the compassion to listen to the needs of others. He does not set out to be a leader, but becomes won by the quality of his actions and the integrity of his intent. Unquote. The most gifted athletes, ladies and gentlemen, may not make the best coaches, the best violinist, not necessarily the best conductor. So it's important to determine whether a person is capable of leading. A leader stands out. But the trick lies in identifying those who are capable of leading. And ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, HPS catches them early, trains them well, and within a short span of time, students understand challenges, identify problems, come up with solutions, and start showing leadership qualities. The task of leadership is not to put greatness into people, but to elicit greatness, for the greatness is there already. Leaders are like eagles. They don't fly with a flock, they explore new heights and challenge themselves and others to soar beyond the norm. Yet, an eagle is never too large or consumed with itself not to assist another eagle in distress. And this is what makes an eagle a true leader. The investiture ceremony is all about eagles spreading wings, soaring and exploring new horizons. Ladies and gentlemen, we all know, but let me also tell you again, we all know that the prefects are democratically appointed. The process of selection is pretty rigorous. The resumes and nomination forms are filled up by the dozen, and teachers nominate the students in various capacities. These nominated candidates are interviewed. The teachers, along with the vice principal and the principal, they pick those they deem worthy and responsible to lead the school in various fields. Well, after that, each passing day for the students or those who appeared for the interview, it alters expectation and increases euphoria, and along with it, anxiety as well. As the moment of announcement for each post arrives, the whole school waits with bated breath as the names are announced in the assembly. Well, this year, during these challenging times, these names of the members of the prefectorial board were announced at the end of the virtual inter-house debate competition that we had last month by the principal, Dr. Skanpali.
Good morning, members. What?
Good morning, sir.
Good
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Satnarayana.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mrs. Amrita Chandra.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Gusibhai, so how's it been? Gusibhai?
Yeah, I've just put on my
Right.
mic. All good. Good morning to all of
good.
you.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Mr. Srinivas Reddy, how have you been? You've been all right?
Yeah, fine, sir. Fine, doing well.
Right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mrs. Amita Khandelia Chandran, compere for the event. The HPS bestows upon its students the ability to be future leaders of the world. Keeping up with this thought, the school solemnizes the investiture ceremony every academic year, where the prefects are invested with responsibilities. The investiture ceremony is one of the most prestigious and momentous events of the Hyderabad Public School. It has been a long-standing tradition, in fact, in which newly elected student office bearers are invested with their defined powers, privileges, and responsibilities. It's a day of immense pride for every eagle, a day when stars not only just twinkle in the night sky, but also on the worthy shoulders of student leaders. Douglas MacArthur, an American general who commanded the Southwest Pacific in the World War, says, and I quote, "A true leader has the confidence to stand alone, the courage to make tough decisions, and the compassion to listen to the needs of others. He does not set out to be a leader, but becomes one by the quality of his actions and the integrity of his intent." Unquote. The most gifted athletes, ladies and gentlemen, may not make the best coaches, the best violinist, not necessarily the best conductor. So it is important to determine whether a person is capable of leading. A leader stands out, of course, but the trick lies in identifying those who are capable of leading. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, HPS catches them early, trains them well, and within a short span of time, students understand challenges, identify problems, come up with solutions, and start showing leadership qualities. The task of leadership is not to put greatness into people, but to elicit greatness. For the greatness is there already. Leaders are like eagles. They don't fly with the flock, they explore new heights and challenge themselves and others to soar beyond the norm. Yet, an eagle is never too large or consumed with itself not to assist another eagle in distress. And this is what makes an eagle a true leader. The investiture ceremony is all about eagles spreading wings, soaring, and exploring new horizons. Ladies and gentlemen, our prefects are democratically appointed. The process of selection is pretty rigorous. While resumes and nominations are filled up, and by the dozen, in fact, and teachers nominate the students in various capacities. The nominated candidates are interviewed, and the teachers, along with the vice principal and the principal, pick those they deem worthy and responsible to lead the school in various fields. Each passing day alters expectation and increases euphoria, and along with it, definitely there is an underlying anxiety amongst these prefects or these nominated ones. As the moment is announced, or the moment for the announcement arrives, the whole school waits with bated breath as these names are announced in the assembly. Of course, this year in these challenging times, the names of the members of the prefectorial board were announced by the principal, Dr. Skandbali, at the end of the virtual inter-house debate competition that was held last month. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I, Amita Khandelia Chandran, on behalf of the principal, Dr. Skandbali, welcome the honorable members of the board, the vice principal, Mrs. P. Amrita Chandra Raju, the registrar, Colonel P.L.N. Sharma, our distinguished alumni, guests, all members of the teaching and non-teaching staff, students and their parents, and all those who are viewing the live streaming to this most important event in the school calendar, the investiture ceremony. An event where the prefects of the school are invested in, an event to espouse the confidence, development, and leadership qualities and sense of responsibility among our students. Ladies and gentlemen, let me just share that in these challenging times, the school authorities have ingeniously worked out to solemnize this important event on a virtual platform, and we shall witness it. Ladies and gentlemen, today's much-awaited ceremony is graced by Mr. A. Shyam Mohan, President, the Hyderabad Public School Society. I, on behalf of the Principal, Dr. Skandbali, extend a warm welcome to you, sir, and I thank you for having so graciously accepted our invitation to grace this memorable event to encourage our student prefectorial board, which the prefects are soon going to be inducted into. Welcome, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we begin this morning's proceedings with a prayer on this solemn occasion, which will be followed by the school song.
Let us thank God for all the good gifts He has given us, for our homes, for our daily work, our games, our friendships, for all that is good and true and lovely, for the power to appreciate and enjoy beautiful things, for food and clothing, for health and strength, for opportunities to serve, to help others, to uphold what is right, and to fight what is wrong.
We shall now have the school song.
God keep this school and all who herein dwell, safe from all harm and evil's mighty spell. Teach us to live so one and all may be proud of this land and man's equality. God grant that we may live in liberty. Lead us along the path of good and right. Lead us to greatness, always in thy sight. All in this school, grow from year to year. May all the truth that thou art always near, and with their best will out regret all fear. So in the end this school may go in fame. All who are here may loudly sing His name, and through the years and from each day to day, daily have cause to rise, and now we say, God bless this school and all who herein
Ladies and gentlemen, let me apprise you that the school song was composed and set to music by the former principal, Mr. Arnold Brown, and then the then teaching staff. Ladies and gentlemen, the cane of honor is the culmination of a year-long hard work in the true spirit of the NCC, which is Ekta or Anushasan. We very proudly announce that this year, the cane of honor for the best NCC cadet from all the three wings is presented to Praharshita Puritigada of Class 10B. She has many feathers to her cap. She's attended several camps like the NCC EBSB, Ek Bharat, Shresh Bharat, National Integration Camp, Inter-Unit Championship RDC, and Inter-Group Championship RDC. She is also a basketball player at the district and national levels. She plays hockey too at the district level and volleyball at the state level. She has bagged the second place in cricket at the state level. She's an athlete par excellence, both in the district as well as the state level. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Praharshita Puritigada being presented the cane of honor by the principal, Dr. Skand Bali. May I now request the principal, Dr. Skand Bali, to read out the NCC pledge, which Praharshita will take on behalf of the entire NCC cadet community of the school. Sir?
I promise that I will honestly and faithfully serve my country and abide by the rules and regulations of the National Cadet Corps, and that I will, to the best of my ability, attend all parades and camps which I am required to attend by my commanding officer.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, leadership shouldn't be an aspiration. It should be the consequence of competence. Ladies and gentlemen, our head girl designate for the academic year 2020-21 is not only versatile and talented, but also courteous, polite, respectful, and unassuming. Ahana Basu is a humanities student with a passion for literature and writing. She has been a student editor for the school magazine since 9th grade. She is awarded the P.M. Reddy Memorial Gold Medal for the Best All-Rounder from ICSE in 2018-19 and won the first place in the essay writing competition hosted by the Reserve Bank of India in 2019. She was also adjudged the best speech writer in the Thought Enclave hosted by the Sunbeam School, Lahartara, Varanasi, last year. She was awarded gold in the Queen's Commonwealth Essay Competition in the year 2016. She also came second in the short filmmaking competition hosted by Abhyasa International School. She represented HPS in its first Round Square conference hosted at Sardar Birla Academy, Bengaluru in 2018, and also in the Delhi College Youth Parliament in 2019. Ladies and gentlemen, her hobbies include reading and writing, which range from poetry and stories to opinionated blogs. She is currently working on curating content for an upcoming global e-commerce website. She also loves photography and is still actively learning the art from her father, who's an experienced photographer. She is deeply involved in music and plays the guitar and ukulele. She sings too. She was also a fan of Broadway musicals and hopes to watch the musical Hamilton live in New York City someday. She loves to travel and experience new cultures. She is aiming to pursue English literature at the Presidency College, Kolkata, or Delhi University. She aspires to work as a travel journalist one day. I now call upon the head girl designate, Ms. Ahana Basu, to deliver her speech. Ahana?
Good morning, respected teachers, parents, and my fellow eaglets. It gives me great joy today to be present here as your head girl designate. I am truly honored. The school has done so much for its students. It not only offers us a myriad of new opportunities, but it also allows us to grow as people. It equips us with everything necessary to handle the challenges that the world can pose. I have not been here very long. It has only been 6 years since I stepped into the campus as a student. But these 6 years have taught me more than one can imagine. It would take me all of eternity to list out everything, but one thing that stands out to me is that I have learned the ability to voice my opinion with confidence and to believe in that opinion. As Lin-Manuel Miranda wrote in his musical Hamilton, If you stand for nothing, what do you fall for? Our lives are short, but our legacies do not have to be. One thing that I would like for everyone to do is speak their minds at any given chance. Who knows? Your words might make a difference someday. It takes a brave person to speak their mind, but an even braver one to be different. Breaking away from the status quo requires one to break down their definition of normal. Be different, be yourself, be everything you want to be. Let your imagination run wild and create new worlds that only you can understand. And don't let anyone ever tell you you cannot, because they're not right. To everyone who is going to stay in the school for a longer period of time, there are very few institutions in the world that offer the kind of holistic education HPS does. You are in the hands of the best, so use your time here well. Learn new crafts, experience new things, meet new people. The school opens up a whole new world for you, and all you have to do is walk right into it. I would like to conclude by saying that I am willing to be whatever you need me to be, whether that's a leader, a friend, a confidant, or anything else. As Taylor Swift puts it, no matter what happens in life, be good to people. Being good to people is a wonderful legacy to leave behind. I hope that during my tenure as the head girl of HPS Bacon Bait, I can leave behind such a legacy. Thank you.
Thank you, Ahana. Ladies and gentlemen, to head the entire students' body is a matter of pride for a student of any school. The head boy designate for the academic year 2020-21 is Master Udbhav Saxena. Creativity using technology as a tool has always inspired Udbhav. He's interested in programming and creating web apps. He's been working on the official school blog for the past few months, an attempt to bring together the school as a community to share their talents and interact with each other. Well, this blog was launched last week. Udbhav likes to spend his leisure hours binging shows like Silicon Valley and reading about the history of the various giants in technology. Not only does he participate in technology events, but also help organize them. And one such event was the IPSC IT Fest 2019, a huge collaborative effort that he is proud to be part of. He also took part in technology quizzes and along with his quiz partner, Yashovardhan Shetty, won the biggest IT quiz in India, TCS IT Quiz Nationals held in Mumbai in December last year. He owes it all to the opportunities that were given by the school to explore his interests. He looks forward to creating more and fostering the spirit of creation among the eaglets. I now invite the head boy designate, Master Udbhav Saxena, to deliver his speech. Udbhav?
Good morning, respected principal, vice principal, teachers, and my dear eaglets. It is indeed an honor to be standing in these shoes. Throughout the years, HPS has taught me more than just academics. It has broadened my horizons through actively encouraging me to take part in new things, taught me to pick myself up when I'm at rock bottom, and introduced me to worlds I wasn't even aware of. And while today we start a new journey and take on new responsibilities, looking back at all we've been through in the past few years, it feels like, in a way, we've already graduated. Many of us hope to return to the school life that we had grown accustomed to and wonder whether things will ever go back to the way they were. Confucius said that you have two lives. The second one begins when you realize you only have one. Although this pandemic has hit us like a metric ton of bricks, I think this time apart has caused a considerable amount of personal development and kicked off that second phase in our lives. It has made us value the interactions we had with our friends, yearn for those smaller moments in school that we found boring, and adapt to a paradigm of education that no one would have thought possible. HPS has a legacy like no other school. Its alumni have revolutionized multiple fields, and every child who have walked these grounds has left a mark in one way or the other. Each batch has broken new barriers and inspired the next one to push themselves harder. This has given rise to the incredibly conducive environment that we have today. We build on each other's strengths and complement others' abilities, contributing our own unique talents and personalities to create an amalgamation that is the essence of the school and the core of its vibrant community. To be the next in line in this string of batches is a daunting responsibility, yet an exciting one. We stand on the shoulders of giants, but at the same time, we're setting the foundation for the next generation of innovators. We're facing new challenges, and to combat them, we must tread new ground and carve out doors to the opportunities that have been taken from us. Society is in a fragmented state, and tomorrow, when we step out into the unknown, we will be the ones who piece those fragments back together and rebuild it from the ground up. As Kanye West once said, we came into a broken world, and we are the cleanup crew. Thank you.
Thank you, Udbhav. Ladies and gentlemen, leadership means partnership, cooperation, mentoring, support, but never dominance. The humble and determined head boy designate Udbhav Saxena and the charming and multifaceted head girl designate Ahana Basu have promised a definite change for a better tomorrow. Ladies and gentlemen, HPS has racked up several accolades and awards and shown excellence in various fields during this academic year 2019-2020. The school report highlights such chronicles. We deem it a privilege to introduce our esteemed chief guest to the August gathering. May I now request the Principal Dr. Skan Bali to introduce the Honorable Chief Guest for the ceremony and present the school report as well. Please, sir.
Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. A. Shyam Mohan, President of the Hyderabad Public School Society, members of the HPS Society and the Board of Governors, distinguished guests, parents, staff, and my young eagles. I take this opportunity to welcome you to this special virtual investiture ceremony of our school. Before I present my report, I would like to introduce our esteemed chief guest for the morning, Mr. A. Shyam Mohan. Mr. A. Shyam Mohan is a postgraduate in management with a degree in law and a leading management consultant, well recognized in all higher education and management circles. He pioneered the concept of video-based management training in India. Over 500 organizations in India and abroad have been using these programs for their corporate training. He has instituted 2 major entrepreneurial awards and is the unanimous choice this year for the prestigious HMA Lifetime Achievement Award 2020. Mr. A. Shyam Mohan championed the quality movement by starting the Quality Circle Forum of India, Andhra Pradesh chapter in 1986, heralding quality focus in the state. He has organized several health and blood donation camps, visited organizations for differently abled persons, orphanages, lending them a helping hand in distributing food, medicines, and clothes with the motto that service to humanity is service to God. On the international front, Mr. A. Shyam Mohan has created bonds of international friendship through his visit to the East and West on various missions. In recognition of his exemplary service, the Gramodaya Chambers of Commerce and Technology has awarded him the Gramodaya Bandhu Mitra Puraskar, a great honor he shares with 150 personalities or organizations globally. He was the chairman, alumni committee, the Osmania University Centenary Celebrations, was appointed as member of the Council for Clean India program among 21 stalwarts by the Chief Vigilance Commissioner of India. Mr. Shyam Mohan is the president of the Hyderabad Public School Society. The school continues to be inspired by his role as its friend, philosopher, and mentor. Sir, we extend a warm welcome to you. The Hyderabad Public School focuses on the holistic development of every student, but academics take the center stage in our system, and our results do showcase this fact. Sir, we take pride in announcing that the school has secured 100% pass percentage in both ISC and ICSE board examinations 2020. Isha Gandham of the science stream topped the school with 96%, and Joshua Stephen Sequeira, also of the science stream, was the second highest scorer with 95.2%. Shreyasi Chattoraj topped the ICSE with 98.50%, and Akshaya Swaminathan came a close second with 98.17%. Our Centum Club 2019 comprised 88 students from the ICSE stream. 34 students scored a centum in history, 16 in computer applications, 9 in geography, 8 each in English literature and biology, 4 each in physics and Hindi, 2 each in mathematics and economic applications, and 1 in commercial studies. 7 students from the ISC and 64 students from the ICSE stream scored 90% and above, and thus kept the elite 90s flag flying high. We wish all our ISC and ICSE students good luck in their future endeavors. The session of 2019-20 was a special year, and I consider it a moment of pride to showcase to you all the achievements and developments to which the school, staff, and students had contributed. It was a moment of pride and joy as the Hyderabad Public School Begumpet had been ranked All India number 5 in the nature-friendly preschool category 2019 and 20. Competitions like handwriting, recitation, declamation in English, Telugu, and Hindi, fancy dress, vocal and instrumental music competitions, wealth out of waste, origami, greeting card making, gift wrapping competitions, Olympiads in English, mathematics, science, computer science, general knowledge, spell bee, the IPSC general knowledge test, and the SIP abacus programs were conducted. Karadi Part, the Thoughts program, farming as an activity were encouraged, and youth representing young Indian education educated the children about sensitive issues related to child abuse. HPS Begumpet hosted a day-long AFS India Schools Meet for principals. It was attended by 48 principals and directors of the AFS members schools from 5 different regions of India. 7 students from the British Co-ed High School, Patiala, were hosted by our school on an intercultural exchange program, and 8 of our students were hosted by them. Miran, the head boy of 2019, won the AFS Slam Poetry event. In the ASISC AP and Telangana regional painting competition, Shivakirti Vemulapalli of class 12 won the 2nd place in the senior category. HPSB has teamed up with Univariety and Mangler to provide career and guidance, college guidance to students. Our students participated in Realathon and Planomics. An event, Power of Why, was organized by Indian School of Business and Finance. The Hyderabad Public School and Cognosia have partnered with each other to bring about this cognition training class 9 and Glimpses of Essence of Hyderabad was the theme of our annual cultural program. More than 700 students participated in this cultural extravaganza, which lived on in public memory for a long time. Aditya Sriram of class presented the students from other countries on climate change to the world political leaders. We had an array of dance activities. Steve Mackay organized a Bihu dance performance by Ranjit Kumar Gogoi and his troupe. The students from the middle school celebrated rural India with the Kolattam dance. In an epic display of theatrical prose, the 4 houses put up a spectacular show of wit and substance in the form of street plays with the theme Save Water. The debates and declamation scene at the HPS was, as always, a roller coaster ride, with Dev Ravi of class 10 and Aman Ali of class 8 bagging the first position in the senior and the junior category respectively. The Environmental Club had contributed many competitions and activities. 30 students from the primary and middle school participated in the Wild Wisdom Quiz. The 3-day IPSC IT Fest 2019 saw 26 schools and 193 participants and 25 team managers participate in this fest. The fest saw workshops on digital photo, filmmaking, and user interface design, technology, a solution to pertinent problems, competitions in user interface design, digital cartoon making, digital photography, filmmaking, and PowerPoint presentation. Sir, it is with great pride that I inform you that no school function of ours is complete without our school brass band or the choir. At the regional round of Torrens Battle of Bands, our school band did a splendid job and was the only band to qualify for the national finals from Hyderabad. The Army, Air Force, and the Navy Wing organized various training programs and interactive sessions for the cadets like blood donation, anti-dowry awareness, and tree plantation. Air Commodore N.N. Reddy, Deputy Director General NCC of AP and Telangana State Directorate, along with Group Commander and other dignitaries, paid a visit to the cadets of our institution. Commandant Sean Jimmy of the Naval Wing was felicitated. He was the All India Best Cadet at RDC 2019. On 25th July 2019, Director General NCC, Lieutenant General Rajiv Chopra, AVSM, along with Air Commodore N.N. Reddy, Deputy Director General NCC of AP and Telangana State Directorate, and other dignitaries paid a visit to the cadets on the occasion of Kargil Vijay Divas and laid a wreath of flowers in memory of all the fallen soldiers in HPS. To prepare students for life and competitive exams in the outside world, Olympiads like the EduraNet, Science Olympiad, International English Olympiad, SOF National Science Olympiad, SOF International Mathematics Olympiad, and NTSE are being conducted in school regularly. 17 enthusiastic class 7 children were selected as quality circle members. They formed 4 different circles, each one completing one circle of the 12 different methodologies for problem solving that constitute the quality concept with all the quality circle tools. Our school quiz team participated in a series of prestigious quiz competitions and walked away with the crown TCS IT Viz Championship. We are now the TCS IT National Champions. The Hyderabad Public School Begumpet in March 2019 attained the status of being a round square school. Hendrik, a student from Germany, visited HPS on a round square exchange program. The theme of the annual school exhibition was water and its importance in our lives. This year, students put up a creative exhibits, skits, models, projects, thereby revealing their sensitivity or sensitive understanding of the topic. Shreyasi Chattoraj of class 10 bagged the first place in the regional round and won the second position in All India Spell Bee competition. Incidentally, she is our ICSE topper as well. Our students of class 11 and 12 visited the Little Sister Old Age Home, Blind People Home Deonar, the government school at Panjagutta, the Telangana State Aviation Academy, and even embarked on a project on adult literacy. The world of augmented reality, a 3-hour workshop was attended by 35 students from class 8 to 12. A 3-day seminar on oral hygiene and adverse effects of chewing gum was addressed to the students of middle school. A mental health awareness program, You Are Not Alone, in coordination with the Live, Love, Laugh Foundation was conducted. On 14 November, World Diabetes Day was observed and its awareness discussed. Our board-going students were addressed to Keshav Rao, adolescent and child psychiatrist, on stress. Our class 7 and 8 students were taken to a dairy processing unit and tissue culture farming. The students of class 9 and 11 had the privilege of visiting ISRO in Thiruvananthapuram. A team of 36 students and 4 teachers visited Singapore. 81 students embarked on a trekking trip to Manali. Miss Amita Khandelia Chandran of the Department of English appeared for the Center for Teacher Accreditation Teaching Professionals Olympiad, and she holds 20th rank out of 50 rank holders in the secondary school English in the country. Her achievements makes her eligible for the Reliance Foundation Teacher Award, including a citation and a cash award, TPO winner certificate, and a certificate for HPS. Miss Kalpana of the Physical Education Department has attended workshops, international seminars, and has also presented papers. Her research paper on comparison of speed among sprinters and long jumpers of schools in Hyderabad has been published in the International Journal of Health, Physical Education, and Computer Science and Sports. At another international conference by Manipal University, Jaipur, she presented a paper titled Shank Prakashalan, and it was adjudged as the best paper. It is a big leap for the school, but a small step towards saving the Earth's green carpet. We have installed a 120 kilowatt solar plant at the school on February 10th, 2020. Further, the school will eliminate 171 tons of greenhouse emissions annually and plant an equivalent of 1950 trees annually. We at HPS try to raise the bar of achievement for ourselves with each passing year. The Hyderabad Public School Begumpet has been ranked as one amongst the future 50 schools shaping the success in the country. The Hyderabad Public School Begumpet has been ranked All India number 3, number 1 in Telangana and Hyderabad under India's top 20 day-come boarding schools for exemplary contributions to the educational field by Education Today. the Hyderabad Public School was honored with yet another award among the top 500 schools in India. The selection committee had unanimously awarded HPS this honor in the category of Best Academic Excellence, Best Influential School Brand, Excellence in Sports Education, Excellence in Inspirational Leadership, as the best ICSE school in Telangana, commemorating its achievement in quality education. The Telangana Sports Journalists Association Selection Committee had unanimously awarded HPS as the Outstanding School in Sports as the School of the Year Award in TSJA 2019 in Telangana, commemorating its achievement in quality education. The Hyderabad Public School Begumpet has been awarded as the Leading School of India and also the Leading School of the World Award by the Leading School Corporation, New York, USA. The Hyderabad Public School Begumpet was honored as #1 in Telangana and Hyderabad and #5 in India in day-cum boarding school category by the education world. These achievements further highlight the position and esteem of our school and constantly motivate us to better ourselves in each of our endeavors. The investiture ceremony is a traditional feature of HPS, eagerly awaited by all the students of the school. It signifies the reliance and confidence that the school consigns in the newly invested office bearers. I am sure you will surmount all the challenges you encounter and live up to everyone's expectations. May God bless the school and all who herein dwell. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, leadership is about empowering people to do what they would not have imagined possible. Unless a leader displays an infectious level of inspiration, sloth and inertia will prevail. Leadership is not self-assertion. It is the art of fulfilling everyone's aspirations. It is about shouldering responsibility and carrying out one's duties. May I now request the Vice Principal, Mrs. P. Amrita Chandra Raju, to read out the duties and responsibilities of the Prefectorial Board. Please, ma'am.
Good morning. Those who are going to be put in authority of others.
Ma'am, keep that another device away from your laptop, ma'am. You logged in through 2 devices, I think.
No, it's one device instead of.
It's okay, ma'am. Please go ahead. Please go ahead.
Those who are going to be put in authority of others and accept the offer to prove worthy of the appointment as prefect undertake duties that are not always easy to carry out. They must strictly obey the rules of the school if they are to see that others also do so. They must not be tempted to court popularity, but must remember that if they do their duty well and with fairness, they will win respect. To be respected is better than to be cheaply popular. They must remember that they are expected to set an example of the highest order in punctuality, politeness, integrity, courtesy, and proficiency in academics, initiative, and a sense of an attachment to the values of the school. In being prepared to exercise these responsibilities, prefects are given the highest opportunity that this school offers in preparing them for the wider life they will enter when the time comes for them to leave.
Thank you, ma'am. The old order changes, yielding place to new. Ladies and gentlemen, now comes the most solemn part of today's ceremony, the ceremonial act of investing the prefectural board in the insignia of their office. I invite the principal, Dr. Skanbali, to read out the names of the head boy and the head girl for the academic session 2020-2021. Sir?
See the phone.
I present to you Udbhav Saxena as being fit to serve in office of the head boy of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Anna as being fit to serve in office of the head girl of the Hyderabad Public School.
Thank you, sir. May I now invite the Vice Principal, Mrs. Amrita Chandra Raju, to read out the names of Deputy Head Boys, Deputy Head Girls, and the School Council Secretary. Please, ma'am.
Sir? I present to you Sahas
Sir,
Adla.
I present to you Master Sahat Tadla as Deputy Head Boy, being fit to serve in the office of Deputy Head Boy. Sir, I present to you Ali Murtaza Muswi as being fit to serve in office of the Deputy Head Boy of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Darshini Geeta Krishnan as being fit to serve in office of the Deputy Head Girl of the Hyderabad Public School.
Sir.
Sir, I present to you Udita Roy as being fit to serve in office of the Deputy Head Girl of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Anam Rida as being fit to serve in the office of School Council Secretary of the Hyderabad Public School.
Thank you, sir. I now invite the Senior School Coordinator, Dr. Neeta Bisht, to announce the names of co-curricular captains. Ma'am.
Sir, I present to you Dakshita Mukherjee as being fit to serve in the office of the art captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Akshatra M as being fit to serve in the office of the dance captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Iman Yar Khan as being fit to serve in the office of debates and declamation captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Tushra Bansal as being fit to serve in the office of the music captain of the Hyderabad Public School.
Sir, I present to you Ayush Jain as being fit to serve in the office of the quiz captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Shaukat Siddiqui as being fit to serve in the office of the technology captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Adbhuta Ambala as being fit to serve in the office of the SUPW captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Kaushik Aditya Sripadal being fit to serve in the office of the Assembly Proceedings Captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Akshara Dandigala as being fit to serve in the office of Yoga Captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Y. Hansa Chowdhury as being fit to serve in the office of the Library Captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Ahana Basu as being fit to serve in the office of the Student Editor of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Mansa Maheshwari as being fit to serve in the office of the Student Editor of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Pradyumna Karthik as being fit to serve in the office of the Student Editor of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Bari Yashashwani Reddy as being fit to serve in the office of the Student Editor of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Tanesh Shetty as being fit to serve in the office of Student Editor of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Dev Ravi as being fit to serve in the office of the Student Editor of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Tanvi Rajasa Edula as being fit to serve in the office of the Student Editor of the Hyderabad Public School. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. I now invite the Physical Education Director, Mr. Srinivas Reddy, to announce the names of the school games captains. Sir?
Sir, I present to you Achyut Junalgada as being fit to serve the school in the office of School Games Captain, Boys. Sir, I present to you Nisha Ganesh M as being fit to serve the school in the office of School Games Captain, Girls. Sir, I present to you Vishwateja Madugula as being fit to serve the school in the office of the athletic games captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Niket Mesli as being fit to serve in the office of the cricket captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Saurabh Raj Purohit as being fit to serve in the office of football captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Yura Chauhan as being fit to serve in the office of tennis captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Khyati Yedlapati as being fit to serve in the office of the tennis captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Shashidhar Gurudu as being fit to serve in the office of the hockey captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Deepa Rupashri Reddy as being fit to serve in the office of hockey captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Dasagoi Sai Gautam as being fit to serve in the office of the volleyball captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Himabindu Valsavat as being fit to serve in the office of the volleyball captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Pallanki Vishnuvardhan Reddy as being fit to serve in the office of the basketball captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Rashi Balda as being fit to serve in the office of the basketball captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Dev Gyanchandani as being fit to serve in the office of the table tennis captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Swargam Satvik as being fit to serve in the office of the shooting captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Sir, I present to you Yuvraj Kumar Sharma as being fit to serve in the office of the swimming captain of the Hyderabad Public School. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. I now invite Mrs. K. Sumita, the housemaster of the Nagarjuna House, to announce the names of the Nagarjuna House captains and house prefects. Ma'am?
Sir, I present to you Swarna Kumar Varsala as being fit to serve the school in the office of Nagarjuna House Captain. Sir, I present to you Arya Marie Savitri Reddy as being fit to serve the school in the office of Nagarjuna House Captain. Sir, I present to you Pranav Debbar as being fit to serve the school in the office of Nagarjuna House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Tejas Tarla as being fit to serve the school in the office of Nagarjuna House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Tanvi Varigala as being fit to serve the school in the office of Nagarjuna House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Hamza Muhammad Haider as being fit to serve the school in the office of Nagarjuna House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Bolampalli Anya Reddy as being fit to serve the school in the office of Nagarjuna House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Anushka A. Ajay as being fit to serve the school in the office of Nagarjuna House Prefect.
Thank you, ma'am. I now invite Mrs. Malati Rambala, the housemaster of Nalanda House, to announce the names of Nalanda House captains and house prefects. Ma'am?
Sir, I present to you Tanishk Patel as being fit to serve the school in the office of Nalanda House Captain. Sir, I present to you Ojaswi Koduru as being fit to serve the school in the office of Nalanda House Captain. Sir, I present to you Pranav Mayadam as being fit to serve the school in the office of Nalanda House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Mir Muhammad Ayan Ali as being fit to serve the school in the office of Nalanda House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Dhruv Ayyala Somayajulu as being fit to serve the school in the office of Nalanda House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Nivedita Bandari as being fit to serve the school in the office of Nalanda House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Soma Pravalika as being fit to serve the school in the office of Nalanda House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Juhi Rajesh Ramnani as being fit to serve the school in the office of Nalanda House Prefect. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Malti. I now invite Mrs. Nirupa Barua, the housemaster of Taxila House, to announce the names of Taxila House captains and house prefects. Ma'am.
Sir, I present to you Sahaj Kamal Shah as being fit to serve the school in the office of Taxila House Captain. Sir, I present to you Lasya Priya Sai Boddu as being fit to serve the school in the office of Taxila House Captain. Sir, I present to you Chetna Jhawar as being fit to serve the school in the office of Taxila House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Tanvi Baheti as being fit to serve the school in the office of Taxila House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Gautam Nenawat as being fit to serve the school in the office of Taxila House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Ayush Sancheti as being fit to serve the school in the office of Taxila House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Mansa Maheshwari as being fit to serve the school in the office of Taxila House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Aishwarya Konegari as being fit to serve the school in the office of Taxila House Prefect. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Barua. I now invite Mrs. Aparna Mahanti, the housemaster of the Vijayanagar House, to announce the names of Vijayanagar House captains and house prefects. Ma'am.
Sir, I present to you Shashwat Lohia as being fit to serve the school in the office of Vijayanagar House Captain. Sir, I present to you Gitika Sarna Reddy as being fit to serve the school in the office of Vijayanagar House Captain. Sir, I present to you Tushar Pinjra as being fit to serve the school in the office of Vijayanagar House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Sanjana Patlot as being fit to serve the school in the office of Vijayanagar House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Manasvi Batula as being fit to serve the school in the office of Vijayanagar House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Pranay Jaju as being fit to serve the school in the office of Vijayanagar House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Manasvita Penujuri as being fit to serve the school in the office of Vijayanagar House Prefect. Sir, I present to you BVS Pranav as being fit to serve the school in the office of Vijayanagar House Prefect. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Mahanti. Ladies and gentlemen, after the investiture of the senior school prefects, I now invite Mrs. Neeta Reddy, Middle School Academic Coordinator, to announce the names of the middle school prefects and middle school co-curricular captains. Ma'am.
Sir, I present to you Varunavi Gaulikar as being fit to serve the school in the office of the middle school prefect. Sir, I present to you Ridhima Prasad as being fit to serve the school in the office of the middle school prefect. Sir, I present to you Rishi Varigala as being fit to serve the school in the office of the middle school prefect. Sir, I present to you Sindhu Ambati as being fit to serve the school in the office of the middle school prefect. Sir, I present to you Nenavat Nitin as being fit to serve the school in the office of the middle school prefect. Sir, I present to you Chetna Darawat as being fit to serve the school in the office of the middle school prefect. Sir, I present to you Vedadvish Kottakonda as being fit to serve the school in the office of the middle school prefect. Sir, I present to you Surya Chanakya Potangi as being fit to serve the school in the office of the middle school prefect. Sir, I present to you Sarthak Lamba as being fit to serve the school in the office of the Nagarjuna House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Himani Krishna Raju as being fit to serve the school in the office of the Nagarjuna House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Ankita M as being fit to serve the school in the office of the Nalanda House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Vedasai Pokala as being fit to serve the school in the office of the Nalanda House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Sanvi Sagi as being fit to serve the school in the office of the Taxila House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Pranav Reddy Mulugu as being fit to serve the school in the office of the Taxila House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Shashidaman Samudrala as being fit to serve the school in the office of the Vijayanagar House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Ashrita Rao Ponala as being fit to serve the school in the Vijayanagar House Prefect. Sir, I present to you Nipun Reddy Mareddy as being fit to serve the school in the Middle School Sports Prefect. Sir, I present to you Gayatri Cherukupalli as being fit to serve the school in the office of the Middle School Sports Prefect. Sir, I present to you Smriti Tiwari as being fit to serve the school in the office of the Middle School Art Captain. Sir, I present to you Anumeha Mailaram as being fit to serve the school in the office of the Middle School Assembly Proceedings Captain. Sir, I present to you Akshaya Pericharla as being fit to serve the school in the office of the Middle School Dance Captain. Sir, I present to you Shashwat Parashar as being fit to serve the school in the office of the Middle School Debates Captain. Sir, I present to you J.V. Rajiv Iyer as being fit to serve the school in the office of the Middle School Declamation Captain. Sir, I present to you Riddhi Savarkar as being fit to serve the school in the office of the middle school music captain. Sir, I present to you NVS Prasid Shashank as being fit to serve the school in the office of the middle school quiz captain. Sir, I present to you Geshna Bhattacharya as being fit to serve the school in the office of the middle school SUPW captain. Sir, I present to you Abhay Ayala Somayajulu as being fit to serve the school in the office of the middle school technology captain. Sir, I present to you Abhinav Tailam as being fit to serve the school in the office of the horse riding prefect. Sir, I present to you Prem Madhav Bali as being fit to serve the school in the office of the horse riding prefect. Sir, I present to you Sajeev King Kocharla as being fit to serve the school in the office of the horse riding prefect. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. I now invite the Vice Principal, Mrs. Amrita Chandra Raju, to announce the names of the primary school prefects. Ma'am.
Good afternoon. Sir, I present to you Rhea Dugal as being fit to serve the school in the office of the primary school Nagarjuna House prefect. Sir, I present to you Nishant Reddy Chintala as being fit to serve the school in the office of the primary school Nagarjuna House prefect. Sir, I present to you Ms. Dhruti Pallavi as being fit to serve the school in the office of the Nalanda House prefect. Sir, I present to you Surya Gautam Dulipala as being fit to serve the school in the office of the Nalanda House prefect. Sir, I present to you Anya Kodi as being fit to serve the school in the office of the primary school Taxila House prefect. Sir, I present to you Aksharamsu Jamula Madugu as being fit to serve the school in the office of the Taxila House prefect of the primary school. Sir, I present to you Mehreen Fatima as being fit to serve the school in the office of the Vijayanagar House prefect. Sir, I present to you Ayush Pal as being fit to serve the school in the office of the Vijayanagar House prefect of the primary school. Sir, I present to you Aratrika Pasham as being fit to serve the primary school in the office of art captain. Sir, I present to you Arya Jiten Karani as being fit to serve the primary school in the office of the art captain. Sir, I present to you Susan Samata Seth as being fit to serve in the office of the assembly proceedings captain of the primary school. Sir, I present to you Tanmay Gupta as being fit to serve in the office of the assembly proceedings captain of the primary school. Sir, I present to you Olivia Charan as being fit to serve the school in the office of the dance captain of the primary school. Sir, I present to you Miss Ishanvi V. Iyer as being fit to serve the primary school in the office of the music captain. Sir, I present to you Advait Novandan as music captain of the primary school. Master Advait Puvadan as music captain of the primary school. Sir, I present to you Miss Mariam Moyes Dawar as being fit to serve in the office of the sports captain of the primary school. Sir, I present to you Sahasra Akula as being fit to serve in the office of the sports captain of the primary school. Sir, I present to you Arjun Ambati as being fit to serve in the office of the sports captain of the primary school. Sir, I present to you Dheeraj Neely as being fit to serve in the office of the sports captain of the primary school. Sir, I present to you Hitansh Jitendra Lula as being fit to serve in the office of the primary school prefect. Sir, I present to you Shrestha Sahu as being fit to serve in the office of the primary school prefect. Sir, I present to you Husaina Saleh as being fit to serve in the office of the primary school prefect. Sir, I present to you Pratham Galada as being fit to serve in the office of the primary school prefect. Sir, I present to you Akshara D as being fit to serve in the office of the primary school prefect. Sir, I present to you Thakur Karnveer Singh as being fit to serve the school in the office of the primary school prefect. Sir, I present to you Prajwal Kumar Painti as being fit to serve the school in the office of the primary school prefect. Sir, I present to you Advik Parmeshwaran as being fit to serve the school in the office of the primary school prefect. Sir, I present to you Dayasagar Pujar as being fit to serve the school in the office of the primary school prefect. Sir, I present to you Shriyan Rana Reddy G as being fit to serve the school in the office of the primary school prefect. Sir, I present to you Sai Pranav B as being fit to serve in the office of the primary school prefect. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for doing the honors. Ladies and gentlemen, the newly elected office comprising 30 from the primary, 30 from the middle, and 73 from the senior school have been invested. Abraham Lincoln says, and I quote, "If you want to test a man's character, give him power," unquote. Becoming a prefect is a great way to end time at school and is a massive advantage for them in the future. Research shows that many successful business people held positions of responsibility while they were at school. So all those lucky ones, congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the members of the council will now pledge to disperse their duties and responsibilities in the most proactive and diligent manner. They will now take their oath of office with a promise that they would carry out their duties with integrity, faith, and excellence, that they would set up to a high standard of life required of them, and that they would set a standard of obedience and service which will be an example for others to follow. I request the Vice Principal, Mrs. Amrita Chandra Raju, to administer the oath of office for the primary school prefects. Ma'am, please.
You solemnly promise to live up to the high standard of life required of you both in and out of school, to set a standard of obedience and service which will be an example to all, and to carry out your responsibilities to the best of your ability at all times. The oath has been administered.
Thank you, ma'am. I now request Mr. Ravi, Middle School Coordinator, Admin, to administer the oath of office for the middle school prefects. Sir.
Do you solemnly promise to live up to the high standard of life required of you both in and out of school, to set as standard of obedience and service, which will be an example to all, and to carry out your responsibilities to the best of your ability at all times?
Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Neeta Bisht, Senior School Coordinator, to administer the oath of office for the senior school prefects. Ma'am.
Do you solemnly promise to live up to the high standard of life required of you both in and out of school, to set as standard of obedience and service, which will be an example to all, and to carry out your responsibilities to the best of your ability at all times?
Thank you, ma'am. Ladies and gentlemen, it indeed is a defining moment for the newly chosen, with the school entrusting responsibilities on the young shoulders to uphold the values of the school and to keep the school flag flying high while discharging their duties. The young leaders have taken the mantle of responsibility with commitment. The new council will definitely dig their heels in to scale novel heights. I now request the principal, Dr. Skandbali, to say a prayer for the newly invested prefectorial board. Sir?
Let us pray that God may grant to those who command and to those who obey, in thought faith, in words wisdom, in deed courage, and in light service.
Thank you, sir. Knowing that he would learn to fly one day, one must learn to stand and walk and run. Brimming with confidence to shoulder their newly assigned duties, the members of the prefectorial board are ready to ignite their passions and unleash their leadership fervently and zestfully. I now request the Honorable Chief Guest, Mr. A. Shah Mohan, President, HP Society, to address this virtual gathering. Sir.
Principal, Mr. Skandbali, Vice President and the Vice Chairman Board of Governors, Mr. Gustinoria, Mr. Faz Khan, Honorary Secretary, Mr. Aditya Reddy, Mr. Apanandar Babu, Mr. Raghuram Reddy, all my colleagues on the board and society, Vice Principal, Mrs. Amrita Chandra, other distinguished heads of the departments, teachers, respected parents, elected leaders of the day, friends from media and press, and dear students. It's indeed a very solemn occasion for all of us to be a part of this wonderful, excellent Investiture ceremony. But the nature has shown its way and power. Pandemic COVID has disturbed all over the world and shaken the entire world. And at this point of time, thanks to our information technology and telecom technology, we are able to at least have this virtual Investiture ceremony. And I must compliment our team to have organized such a wonderful Investiture ceremony through this media. Having heard so much about the performance of this great institution from the principal, from the rest of the members of the society, teaching staff, having seen the performance of directly selected, hand-picked leaders today, they are not influenced by anybody. There is no such selection by any recommendations. It's purely on the merit. These leaders have been selected, and these leaders are going to go over the world, all over the places, and occupy the important places in tomorrow's world. In the words of Mr. Bill Gates, having visited India sometime in 1997 and then later on visiting Colombia, he said, India is going to be the superpower in 21st century. If India has to become the 21st century, he also said, it is not the technology, it is not the money power, it is not the infrastructure, it is not anything else. It is the talent, it is the wisdom, it is the knowledge, it is the youth power. That is the strength of this India nation, and that is going to become the superpower. India is going to be the superpower in 21st century. That's what he said. If that be the case, don't you think these leaders are going to contribute their best? They are. As you know, Hyderabad Public School has given the best of the best so far in every activity, every field, be it politics, be it sports, be it music, dance, whatever it is, in every sector. In the corporate world today, you see the whole world is occupied by our own leaders. And HPS is today a great brand name in the country. And you should all be happy and proud that the Hyderabad Public School stands number 3 in the country and number 1 in the state of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. Who's responsible? You're all responsible as teachers. A leader as Mr. Skandwali, he's responsible. Vice principal is responsible. And the committed parents and the teachers are responsible. And it is because of that, it is because of their contribution and participation, it is what we are here. Well, my hearty congratulations to all those invested leaders today. And I'm sure they will prove themselves to be the leaders. As Grace Harper, Admiral Navy, US Navy said, leadership is a two-way traffic. Leadership is a two-way traffic. Loyalty up and loyalty down. Respect one's superiors and care for the crew. So, my dear leaders of the day, you should understand, you must learn to be loyal to your teachers, respect your teachers and the parents, and also at the same time care for your juniors and sisters and brothers, and handhold them and make them leaders like you are all today. Then you should also understand dream is important. As our former president Abdul Kalam said, dream, dream and dream, and I'm sure you'll realize the dream. And let me also tell you, it was my dream also to educate all my children, even when I was not even married. And God has been extremely kind to make me realize my dream. Then later on, God has been extremely kind to realize my dream to be a part of this great institution. And for the last 42 years, I've been associated with this great institution. And I treat this as my temple. And it is also my dream that I should become the president of the society someday, after following the great leaders like Mr. P.M. Reddy, Mr. Surendra Reddy, Mr. Rangarao, Mr. Jagdish Reddy, all those people who have, and Mr. Harichandra Prasad. These leaders have influenced me, and I respect them. I salute them even now. And I also have the same respect for all of you as teachers. Without teachers, there is no institution. You're all responsible for today's image of this institution. And I would request you, appeal, as president of the society, that you should continue your good journey and then make this number 1 in the country, number 3 to number 1 in the country. Then I should also say that life is full of challenges. And we should know how to accept a challenge. Leaders, especially our young leaders, must understand life is a continuous journey and the challenge. As Nelson Mandela ji said, one discovers the secret after climbing a great hill. One discovers the secret of after climbing the great hill, only to find there are more hills to climb. So this is the first hill that you have climbed as a leader, but there are more hills to climb. Maybe you could be a prime minister, you could be a chief minister, you could be a sports captain, you could be anything else in the world. You could head a big corporate sector in the world. That is the challenge that you should accept and then dream That is another thing. Then, gentlemen, a good leader must also nurture an ambition, and ambition will lead to your vision. Vision will lead to your mission. Mission will lead to your goals and objectives. So you must, as an young man also, right from now onwards, you leaders must develop an ambition for yourself, what you want to be in life, what you would like to contribute to the nation and the world. That should be the spirit of your ambition, and that will lead the way for your vision, and you will occupy a great place in the world. And but for this kind of a vision and ambition of our great leaders like Mahatma Gandhi, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Ambedkar ji, Abul Kalam Azad, and so many such leaders, today India would not have been what it is today. We are really enjoying the fruits of their contribution, their dream, their ambition, their vision, their mission. Let's not forget that, and let us contribute. Let us think of that particular thing, and you develop. One day I want my today's leaders of my public school, Hyderabad Public School, should occupy such positions, and the history must write the names. Then there are always not only challenges, it is said, power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. So as a leader, you must always remember this and don't get corrupted in life. Your integrity matters, your character matters, your attitude matters, your behavior matters to be a good leader. You should become a proverbial leader to the society, to the nation, and to the world someday. It's very, very important to be so. And your character should reflect your personality. Sometime back, when I was the vice chairman board of, vice chairman Southern Regional Council of All India Management Association, we have conducted a convention on ethics and business. Justice Sardar Ali Khan said, I still remember that he was one of the speakers. He said, ends must justify the means, must justify the ends. Means must justify the ends, not ends by themselves. Somehow I achieved is not correct. I have achieved through my hard work. Hard work, nothing short of hard work. That should be the goal of everybody's this thing. And hard work will bring you results. And let me tell you another thing. As someone said, everybody has a talent. It's just a matter of moving around until you have discovered it. This is what George Lucas said. So it is the responsibility of the parents, it is the responsibility of the teachers to identify the talent. And it is the responsibility of today's leaders to study each and every of his peer group member, to understand the inner talent of those members and encourage them, support them, so that they'll excel in those things. So identifying a talent is there. So don't discard anybody in life. Everybody has a talent in him. The talent should be identified and encouraged. That should be the motto of that. Then, what Mahatma Gandhi said, I'd like to say that only he can be a leader. Only he can be a leader who never loses hope. Only he can be a leader who can never who can never lose hope. Who never loses hope. This is what Mahatma Gandhi said. As a good leader, please try to be hopeful of everything that you think that you can achieve and achieve success. So you be positive minded, you be very optimistic, you be constructive, and the God will also help and bless. I remember the mills of God grind slowly. The mills of God grind slowly, but surely grinds he all with equal exactness. but surely grinds he all with equal exactness. Some days are dark and some days are dreary, but the rain must fall in each life someday or the other. The rain will fall in everybody's life someday or the other. And this is what once I said to one of the past chief ministers, and it did happen, and he became the chief minister. Thank you, one and all. God bless the leaders. God bless Hyderabad Public School. And I wish, with the stewardship of Skanbali and the scholarship of the teachers, support of the students, Hyderabad Public School will stand #1 in the country soon, very soon. And stay home, stay safe. And to my advice to the young children is to please follow the online classes and also the guidelines as you get from the school, and be good, be disciplined, don't trouble your parents. Thank you one and all. Jai Hind, Jai Telangana.
Thank you so much, sir. I'm sure our newly appointed prefectorial board will definitely draw inspiration from your words. So, our head girl and head boy, they have something to say to you.
Thank you so much, sir. Your words were really inspiring and we really appreciate them. We've learned a lot from you today. Before the ceremony ends, we would like to request something from you.
Thank you, sir. We were incredibly inspired by your words. And although this event was virtual, everyone involved put in a lot of work for this to go smoothly. So, continuing an old tradition of the school, we would like to humbly request you, on behalf of all the students, to declare tomorrow a holiday.
So you have to unmute yourself.
I was just thinking, it's only one day, or Mr. Bali will give 2 days?
No, sir. One day, one day is
All
enough.
right, all right. I respect the principal's word. So, 1 day, that's tomorrow.
Yes,
You
sir.
want tomorrow? Yeah. So I declare tomorrow holiday for the wonderful, excellent hard work that you all have done so far. And also not only you, the teachers have done, all the departments have done, and with the stewardship of Skanbali and rest of the team members and back office team, support administrative and
Sir,
support services. Yeah.
Sir, I also have a request to make, sir, if you permit.
Please. Why not?
Sir, generally principal doesn't ask anything after the investiture ceremony, but this year being a virtual ceremony and one of its kind, all these prefects have missed out on the grand investiture ceremony, which is HPS landmark. So
Yes,
I
sir.
request you to give a promise that the members of the HPS society and the board of governors, when the things normalize, maybe in December, January, or February, will have a lunch with all the prefects in HPS house, sir.
Sure, why not? Why not? They deserve it. They deserve it.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
And I would request you to organize that.
Right, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for having granted wishes of our head boy and head girl on behalf of the student community and our principal as well. Thank you so much, sir, for that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir. So kind of you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is, in fact, I should not say ladies and gentlemen, it's for the prefects, actually. So prefects, it's for you to bear on your minds that no man is fit to command another that cannot command himself. No horse gets anywhere until it is harnessed. No steam or gas drives anything until it is confined. No Niagara is ever turned into light and power until it is tunneled, and no life ever grows great until it is focused, dedicated, and disciplined. So may you surge ahead confidently to become beacons of light. Blessings from the entire teaching and non-teaching staff, blessings from the authorities, the admin, everybody's blessings are there with you. So please surge ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, with this, we come to the conclusion of the proceedings of this memorable event. Let's all now rise for the national anthem. Thank you all. God bless the school and all who herein dwell. And this is again congratulations to all the members of the prefectorial board. Thank you, everybody.